Hey pilots, Skip here. I'm getting ready to set up a FPV system with using the Vector OSD flight controller, and it comes pretty much packaged in the box here pretty well, guys. This is what you see that comes in the box, and then in the rest of this stuff here, just a mounting hardware for the GPS antenna, a little bracket that mounts on top of this. That's if you decide to use that. I don't think I'm going to need one on the Raptor here. It's not a for sure deal whether I'm going to be installing this in the Raptor here or not, guys. I'm thinking about getting the Voluntex Explorer, and then I'm kicking around another idea, just using my my FMS Trojan V4, the 1400 that I just got, and that might look kind of interesting. I think I could probably get some decent flight times with that because it'll go 5 or 6S batteries too if I want. But it's just something I'm kicking around. For the meantime, right now we're going to work with this, and I do want to see that the system works and show you guys it's supposed to be a real easy thing to hook up because all the connectors and stuff here are keyed. From what I understand, EagleTree is notorious for not ever really releasing an unfinished product, so this thing should just go together, I'm hoping, without any soldering whatsoever. So let's get started here, and let me adjust the camera here, give you guys the best possible view here. We're going to go bench side alongside me here, and let's lock this in place so we don't lose the view, and that should do pretty good. Alright, first off, I'm just going to get rid of this. I'm not going to use the mounting bracket or the stand on this airplane because there's a little hollow under here that I could put electronics and things like that under. I'm probably going to end up putting the flight controller, and this will be underneath inside here somewhere. In fact, I've got a sticky area up there that when I get it hooked up, I'll probably do that. The GPS will be up here, and I'm probably going to put the flight controller right alongside of it. And then cover it right up with something protective here, and I can actually put my lid back on there if I don't have a camera mounted up here. I'm not sure about the camera placement as yet. We're going to see where the CG and stuff lines up. But I don't want to be looking out the front of the nose, and I'd like to get it maybe probably a better just overall outside look. We'll have to see how it looks after I take a look with it installed on the plane, what the camera's view looks like, and how we like it. Alright, so to start off, we've got a little power supply here. I'm just going to use this. It's got multiple connectors. I wasn't sure which ones I was going to need. And this is actually a transmitter radio battery. For an old Walkera radio, I don't use those anymore. So, but I kept the battery. It's got all these cool little connectors here. It's a 12 volt, 11-1, 8C. And so it's not very powerful, but it's just enough probably to run this. And then I've got a little test battery here that I can use to do the plane. So in the meantime, let's get this stuff out and get the show on the road. We've got the GPS sensor here, and then we've got the EagleTree. This is the all-in-one flight controller system. I mean, this has got your on-screen display, it's got your actual coordination, navigation, all that kind of stuff. The flight envelopes, if you want to put parameters and distance that you can fly and return home, all that kind of stuff. This one does everything. Okay, and then it works in conjunction with this, which has a current sensor and tells you how much voltage your battery is showing, how many amps you've used. It also supplies power, either 12 volt or 5 volt, say to your camera or whatever accessory that you're running off of this. Most likely your camera. Sometimes your camera is mismatched with your transmitter. You may have a 12 volt transmitter and a 5 volt camera. Well, you can run it off of this because it comes with different leads that run off of this, and you get two 12 volt leads and one 5 volt lead. So the 5 volt could run something of lower. You might even be able to run it. Use it to run a BEC. Hook it up to your receiver, and then you got a BEC coming right off your battery, basically. So there's a thought there. Save yourself the cost of a BEC. I just thought of that. That's pretty neat. Alright, let me get this stuff out of the way here real quick, and I'll hook this thing up. And probably need to start with this, I'm going to guess the GPS. And this one, if I recall, I was looking at you have to go online to get the manual, but it is very detailed, guys. There's a lot to read. Which one does this one go in here? There's two of them. and they can daisy chain, but you only need to hook it up to one of them. And I believe it is the first one that we go into. And that's the bus connector. And then what's the off bus or 3D fix bus? I'm not sure. We'll have to figure out what this means here. In the meantime, let's just get this going. And so you hook up your GPS cable. There's, like I say, they're keyed, so they only go in one way. And this is going to go. This is a bus lead, so you want to run it into the bus over here on this side. Okay. And here's our main wiring harness. We might as well get this one going, huh? And I wonder which one's which. Okay, double set of pins, double set of pins. The other big one over here only has one row of pins. This has 2 rows. So we know that this is the one that goes in there, and it is keyed, so it's only going to fit in one way. We'll push that one right in. And I don't like to pinch wires, guys. I always try to get my thumbnails. I usually try to leave my nails a little long, just a little bit, so it's not unsightly, but you can use them as tools to push things like that in. This is a little pigtail harness, and this is for if you have a microphone for your radio transmitter. So you can hook up the mic, an external mic, or a mic coming from something else, and run it to your transmitter. So this will handle all of that, and then you can get sound with your FPV experience as well. Now this can go into 2 different ports here, guys. It can either go into up on the top for audio, or it can go down in here for the UART, which is basically it's not for this. Okay, this is for expansion capabilities. You can put in your pitot tube and things like that, other different expansions that you can buy for the system. So we're going to put this one goes in this side here, okay? And this is in the audio video. See, audio video, microphone, and audio, transmitter audio. So that's going to go on this side here. Again, it only goes in one way. This is making things real simple here, it looks like, guys. Now, bear with me a little bit, okay? I haven't actually gone through and done this yet. I just unboxed it, but I did look at the online manual and kind of ran it through my mind a little bit here. Okay, here were these. These are cool. These are everything's labeled too, by the way, guys. All right, this one says pretty directly, camera. We're going to hook the camera up. Okay, there's my power going to my transmitter. Here's my camera. Okay, my camera already has power going to it, so it'll be accepting power from the camera lead itself, which is why it has that little port, and we have to hook those up. So either 5 volt or 12 volt. In my case, it's a 12 volt camera, so I'm going to hook it up with these little ports over here. I'll show you, or little JST plugs, and hook it for 12 volts. Now this one goes to the video transmitter, and here we have a video transmitter. Now this is a BOScam, and just surprisingly enough, I didn't have to change any of the jumper wires or any of the pins and stuff, because you do always want to be careful that you get these color coded directly with signal wire and then positive negative, or you're going to fry your system. So this one here, we get that one correct, and this is going to the video transmitter. Pop that in, and here's power. Let's set this off to the side for the battery over here, I'm sure, so we'll put the battery there too. And set the camera up right here, kind of get it out of the way. Put it up out there, maybe we'll get a view of the outside. And let's see here, this is that's the camera, that's the transmitter, battery for power. Okay, these are the leads that go to your actual receiver for the computerized autopilot controls and such. Okay, and your mode switching you hook this up to ailerons. This one's for ailerons, I believe, and it's an opto type of thing, so you only get one lead for each deal because the power's already been supplied and you're just relying on the signal for the receiver to operate your controls. So that's kind of neat. Anyway, this gets plugged in. This looks right there. Again, that's the only spot it can go. And if you feel like you have to push anything, guys, don't force it. You know, give it a little jiggle sometimes, and then just see if it kind of just pops in, and it does. Okay, I made sure of the key. You know, one's a little low, one's a little high, so it can really only go in one way. leastwise comfortably. You can always force it, I suppose. Now we got our sensor here, our current sensor, and that's going to go to the end of this pigtail here, and there's only one spot for this as well, and again it's keyed, so it's only going to go in one section here, this side, this way. And pop that in. It looks like battery is all that's left on this thing. I don't see anything else on this. So let's set that off to the side for a second. And we'll take this test battery down so we can probably hook that up. And let's see, okay, we've got the GPS is connected. Okay, we've got GPS connected. We've got camera connected. Okay, so looking good there. And this is connected, everything's connected to this box. This is going to go to, we're going to leave these loose right now because I'm not going to hook up the airplane yet. I have to look a little bit more into the, although they are all labeled. They are all labeled, but there's a couple things I want to do on this anyway before I hook it all up. I just want to see if the on-screen display works. Now I was talking about the JST connectors here, okay, and they're labeled. When you get this thing, these are not connected, okay. Camera and mic and video transmitter. So again, I'm supplying 12 volts to my transmitter, so I plugged it into one of the red JST plugs that come off of this pigtail that comes off of your power source. And then the other two JSTs that are red, they're both 12 volts. Well, my camera's a 12 volt, and if it's a mic, if it had a mic, it would be the same thing. So I'm 12 volts there. We plug these two together. And the video transmitter is 12 volts. We plug those together, and everything's going to be supplied via this this deal here, this and this with the battery hooked up. Now the theory here is if you also hook up an external battery for your video, you're not relying on your flight battery as much. If you should lose your battery or lose your video for whatever reason, this is still hooked up. And your transmitter is still hooked up, although your camera might not work, you're still going to get your on-screen display. So you could literally still fly at home just by instrumentation. So let's hook this thing up and see if it works now. Let's see, I'm going to have to have some power on this thing, so I'm going to put this one there like that. Because this will be my, I intend to run the video camera off a separate battery. Video camera and transmitter actually, so I'll be doing this probably a little bit different. Okay, channel 48, that's on. All the lights are on in here. LED, UART, and let's see which one is this. This goes in this way. I think. Yep, there's only one way for these Dean's plugs. Okay, so that's plugged in. That's plugged. We got a flashing deal going here. It might have something to do with the GPS. Let's set it up here and see if it gets a lock. And now we'll try it out, see if we get a picture. There's our picture. And you see the camera. I move the camera around. Take a look outside. Take a look at my sleeping dog over there. Yeah, pretty nifty, guys. Look at all the information we get on this thing. In color. Now I can go in and use the use my computer and actually I guess on this one you don't have to hook it up to a PC. Once you get it hooked up to your radio and through your system, just using the toggles on your radio transmitter will automatically assign different switches for different things. You'll be able to do everything. Open up menus, go in here and change the colors of the different screens and stuff that you see. Now you see this is kind of nifty here. It shows your artificial horizon. Compass moving, shows angle, roll, pitch, altitude. Well, it's already looking pretty accurate here. We've got compass that works. Now this is inside the house here, guys, and I'm already, let's see, tracking. I've got 4 satellites so far in the house. And this is, I've got aluminum siding on my house and a thick wood. Outputs are off. I haven't set it up yet. So there's a lot of setup to do and a lot of reading to do on this, guys. I don't really know what I'm doing with this yet, so it's going to take some time to practice, but at least I know this one works, and I can see all the information I need to. That'll be looking great on a big 27-inch monitor that I've got for this, and probably look awesome in my goggles. So this is the Eagle Tree Vector. Got it from Amazon. It was on sale, $237, no tax. I got it actually the same day, less than 24 hours. I got this thing. It's breaking up a little bit. I'm probably a little too close with this 600 milliwatt transmitter to the receiver, but real solid picture here, guys. Nice camera. Look at this. Watch this. No lag. No lag at all. I mean, seriously, I can't see any. And I'm live right here, right now. No lag at all whatsoever, guys. Perfect. This is exactly what I was looking for. And I even got all the buzzers and bells now because I'm going to get the actual flight control and stabilize flight and return to home if I should lose it. Auto land, whole 9 yards. This thing does, I guess it does everything. So, super cool. Thanks for watching. And check back. We'll have it installed in something. I'm getting kind of excited about it. Don't know when I'll be able to try it, but soon. Have a good one. Bye-bye.